Grasstrack season has now well and truly started for the year of 1996. It's our first bank holiday of the year, and of course we're here at the traditional Berks Bonanza. Always seems to be on the bank holiday Monday, early part of May, and this track, yes, we're here at Dalton Barracks. Dalton Barracks, we've seen some fantastic racing in the past, and I think the lineup we've got today means that we are going to see yet again a fantastic Berks Bonanza. A quick reminder, last year's winners, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters in the Sidecars, they're here to try and defend their title, and I'm sure they'd love to win it again. It set them up for a fantastic season last year. In the solos, well, it was Paul Hurry that won it last year, and I'm sorry to say that due to injury Paul Hurry's not taking part today, but what a lineup we've got. It's nice to see that we've got Kelvin, Tatum and many others in the solo lineup, but more of that as we try and find a few of them in the pits to see if we can have a few words. But one thing I am sure of, we've got used to this being a fantastic venue, and I know that we're in for some fantastic racing. It's the 1996 Berks Bonanza. Well, of course, we're trying to find some of the riders that we think are going to do well this afternoon, and I'm really pleased to say that I've got one rider with me now that I know there's a lot of crowd up there. Really pleased to see this man here. I've got to ask Joe Screen, are we going to see much of you on the grass this year?
Yeah, I'm trying to do. You know, my speedway commitments are very busy at the moment, but you know, I'm here today and I'll probably do 2 or 3 more in England.
Well, that's good news. I'm sure that everybody's going to be pleased to hear. But looking at practice this morning, things going well?
No. I've done about 2 laps flat out. I just had a bit of problem with a new engine and just getting things bedded in really. I had magic eye problems on one of the practices, and my footrest for the circlip snapped in the second one, or the first one and then the second one. But it's coming together, the bike's going good. You know, for the 2 laps I did, it was going very quick, so hopefully I can keep going.
Well, and the other thing I've got to ask, obviously, is you say a lot of speedway commitments at the moment. We're all watching the results closely, but you're happy with your speedway at the moment?
I wasn't to start with, and then last week was the British final, which I did well in, so it's coming together now. Hopefully I can just keep going and improve my average.
Well, obviously I think it's the best of luck for today, Joe. Great to see you out on the grass, as I say, and I know that we've seen you in the past go well here at Dalton Barracks, so best of luck.
Thank you.
There's one rider I couldn't ignore in the pits. He's riding his number 1 this afternoon, and we've been so used to seeing him go so well. Fantastic season last year, Kelvin.
Yes, I couldn't have asked for more. I won the World Championship and the European Championship. Unfortunately, just got pipped for the British Masters, but at the end of the day, I was delighted with the way things went.
Well, I think delighted is the right word. I mean, we're all watching every week, and we do enjoy seeing riders of your capability riding on the grass, but I think all the question marks really are, what are you going to be doing this season?
I've been on the continent a lot already, and I have a lot of commitments there, and I've been enjoying it, and the majority of the racing I've been doing has been sand tracks. The grass track racing doesn't really kick off until sort of June in Germany. But I was approached by Jim Lightfoot to come and ride today, and I've agreed to do that, and I shall do the Masters and try and fit in some meetings at the end of the season.
Well, that's all good news. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people that are happy to hear that you're doing the Masters again. But I mean, you say early days, but have you had much chance to try the machinery out?
Yeah, they've been going superb on the long track. I've had 3 wins and a second, and so from that point of view, I'm delighted. Today is a little bit different, and it's the first time on the grass, so we're finding our way a little bit, purely through setup. Really, it's slightly different going, but I shall give it my best, and you know, it may well be good enough. I hope it is, but it'll be hard to win today. You know, there's some super riders here.
Well, it certainly is, I agree with that, but my view of practice, I think you were going as quick as anybody out there, Kelvin, so best of luck.
Thanks very much.
Paul Hurry wasn't able to defend his title from last year, but obviously, as you can see now, that he is in the pits. Paul, disappointed not to be in the lineup?
Yeah, very disappointed. I normally enjoy riding at the Berks tracks and normally put on a good show, but I had a bit of a crash at Speedway. Unfortunately, I can't really ride.
So you can't ride full stop finish, or is that you know, a question of a matter of only weeks, whether it's going to be grass track first, back to speedway quickly if you can?
To start with, they said no riding for like 6 weeks to 3 months, but then like, I had a qualifying round for the under 21, and I really needed to do that because like, I had 2 options to get into the Grand Prix, and that was one of them. So I give it a go on that, and it aggravated a bit, and they said, well, you're going to have to take like 2-3 weeks off again. In which case then like, I've taken these 2 weeks off, and I've got the under 21 round next week, and then hopefully after that I should be okay.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of us going to be watching the press closely, and of course in 2 weeks time we do wish you the best of luck for that on the speedway. But of course, you know, the love for all of us is that we're going to see you back on the grass soon. Does that mean that you know, it's perhaps going to be later in the year before we see you on the grass track circuits?
I think so, because obviously like after next weekend I've got my long track qualifier, then the weekend after that I've got my European grass track qualifier, and so then maybe it might be the weekend after that if there is any, but if not it'll probably be the Masters.
Well, I'm sure that it goes without saying there's a lot of us thinking that we're disappointed to see that you're injured, Paul, but we obviously wish you a very quick recovery, and I do know that there'll be a lot of people out there cheering you along and hoping that with all that you're going into now, speedway, long track and of course on our own grass track, that you do successfully well this year.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to have a good year and maybe bring one of the top.
Well, we'll be hoping for you. Best of luck. Thanks for talking to us, Paul. Did quite a lot of what we would acclaim being as world superstars, but I think there's one man now that I know a lot of eyes are on. Gary, I know that people can now see how young you are looking, straight up from schoolboys and going well.
Yep, thanks.
And this is something we've got to train him to do, you see. We've got to get him into the interviews now. You know that in front of you on this video is Kelvin, Tatum, Paul Hurry and many others. So, you know, you're up amongst them now. It's a heck of a line-up here today. You must be pleased to get an entry.
Yeah, I was very pleased to get an entry. It's a lovely track, nice, big, really good.
You've been out for practice obviously this morning and things are going well.
Yep, bike's going well, nice. Yep.
Well, this is something we're obviously going to get him used to, but wish you the very best of luck, Gary. It's great to see youngsters coming straight in from schoolboy and right up there amongst the top boys.
Thanks.
So if we turn our attention over to the sidecar class, of course there's one crew that I had to have a word with. Last year's winners, and Mark, I think it's fair to say that set you up for an excellent year last year.
Cool, yeah, it's better than any expectations we had, like, you know, it's really good.
Oh, really good, and indeed, no one will take it away from you. Won it in style last year. It wasn't easy, but as things went on through the season, have you changed much during the closed season ready for this year?
No, I've got a new rolling chassis at home, trying to find sponsors, good plug there, to put an engine in, finish it off basically, which will be my new bike hopefully in the next few weeks.
So that's something we can obviously look out for, a new bike in the next few weeks, but with the current one, you've been out for practice this morning?
Yeah, I've just ordered a few more bits and bobs, gear and such like, and hopefully it'll be alright.
And Nick, how many meetings have you done this year so far?
I think yes, yeah, same as Mark. I don't know how many that is. Feels like about 10, but it's probably about 4 actually, so not too bad. But
and I think what I've been trying to say is that we're really at the start of the season now. This is perhaps the first big one, and it all starts to happen from here, doesn't it?
well, hopefully, it all happened here last year, didn't it? I mean, there was a few tricks up my sleeve, jumping off and jumping back on, and we won it. So, and we also, well, knocked Gary out of the way first, obviously, you know, poor old Gary, but that's racing. So I'd like to win it again today. Say it wasn't luck last year; it was actually him on the throttle, me on the back doing something. So,
well, that's excellent. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of support out there as you normally do. And obviously, all I can say is wish you the best of luck.
Thanks so much, Tim.
Well, I keep saying that it's the start of the season, and that really is how it feels for me. We've only had 4 or 5 meetings, but I say, looking at the outfit, Rob Wilson, you still haven't got round to painting it yet.
No, fortunately, we've got building work going on at home, and I've had to clear my shed out, so I'm really working out the back of my trailer, so we're struggling a bit, but as soon as we get back in the garage I'll have her apart and have her nickled up, like.
But obviously I've got to say, more important than that, I was down at Tunbridge last week and you had a superb ride down there, so the season hasn't started too badly for you, has it?
No, we start the season really, yeah, good, makes a change.
And obviously going out there for practice this morning, how does it feel on this Dalton Barracks track?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It does seem a bit strange. I don't seem to be able to get the grips with it at the moment, but looking at practice, it looks like everybody's struggling a bit, so hopefully if we're all on the same par, it might not be too bad.
Well, absolutely right, and obviously a tremendous lineup. The first time we've seen all of the top chairs together this year, so we're obviously looking forward to some fantastic racing. Rob, wish you the best of luck.
Thanks very much, Jim. Cheers.
Well, if we move a bit further around the pits, I mentioned a moment ago that when I was talking to Rob Wilson, I saw some great racing last weekend, and the man that he was really racing with to win that final was, of course, Dave Steer. Now, Dave, you've, as I say, put up a great fight last week. Things look as if they're well sorted. Is this a new bike for this year?
No, it's last year's bike, so we're riding actually with last year's equipment, which is a lot better, I think. Touch wood at the moment, everything's going well.
There's almost a contradiction there, isn't there? Last year's equipment, which should be a lot better. No, but I know from what I've seen, it's going superbly well. And I've been saying on the video that this is really the start of the season for us. The first time that we've seen all the big chairs together. But you've had a good ride down at Sira, I understand, as well as last week.
Yes, we're going very well down there. Let's just hope we can do it again today.
Well, indeed, good company today, though, isn't there?
It is, yeah.
And Andy, I've got to bring you in because everybody thinks I'm not going to speak to the passenger. But Andy, from practice, how do you rate your chances?
I think we'll be there at the end of the day. No, don't see why not. It's going really well. And there's no one out there quicker than us, so I think we're going to be there.
Well, important words, and I say my vision of practice this morning was that you were certainly getting around those corners as well as anybody else. So I'd agree with you, Andy. I wish you both the best of luck. So we're talking to you later.
Thank you.
There was a lot of crews in the pits this morning, and there's one crew that we can't really miss, and I think it's fair to say I term this as being a home venue for Roger Meester. Your track, you have a lot of work in putting it up as well, don't you?
That's right, I do live locally, about 4 miles away, and I have had a lot to say about the track preparation in the past, and so the club said to me, well, you know, you want it different, get over here and do it. So that's what I've had to do. Things are going quite well. We've got some really good blokes on the machines out there, as you can see, and they do appear to be transforming it, but practice wasn't that bad, so you know, hopefully the racing's going to be spot on.
Well, indeed, spot on, I'm sure. I keep saying on the video that this really is the first time that all the big noises have got together for the Grasstrack season of '96. I mean, would you agree with that? Have you had many rides this year?
No, we've only had the 3, but we've been in good company each time, so the season started very well. I hope the crowd appreciate the effort that's going in, because we have been made aware that the season's getting shorter and shorter, so we should get out early and do our bit and entertain everybody and have a good season's racing.
Well, absolutely. And Shane, I've got to ask, things going well with machinery this year?
Yeah, very well.
Oh, that's as much as I'm going to get from Shane. Look. But obviously, looking at practice and where we're looking, I'm saying to everybody this morning really that it does look big, it looks fast, and I've got to say that perhaps it looks as if everybody's going to be close this afternoon.
Well, yes, but it's an optical illusion because the track's much smaller than it's ever been in the past. We usually aim for 700 yards around the inside line. This one's only about 570, 550, something like that. So it is in actual fact smaller, but by virtue of the fact that you actually go out of sight over the hill, I think it makes it look bigger than it really is. But no, I think it'd be good.
Indeed, be good. And Roger, wish you the best of luck. Maybe see you later on.
Number 15, Neil Scopes. Number 3, Chris Prince. Number 52, Steve Holding. Number 95, Chris Hadley. Number 37, Roger Robb. Number 4, goes by. Trevor Lee, number 19. Just get used to being a father. Peter Lloyd out there, old quick in the bar, Mitchell Goldman right there with him. Andy Parker behind him, 1 second to go, Rob, Dempsey, Joe Stream, Nate Williams, and behind him, Steve Shaw. Number 6, Kevin Van der Helm, and welcome to him, and the Scott Hamel. Number 83, Phil Ashcroft. Number 2, Andy Woodard, Channel Islands. Number 8, Gary Reynolds. Number 114, which is John Jeffries, on a good form last week. Coming along, number 97, Justin Elkins, and we're into the chairs with Peter Goodwin and Carl Stevens there. Glen Cunningham on the outside. Coming along, Mark Edwards, remember they're after sponsorship. And you all the help they could get this year to complete their season. Trevor Banks goes by. Good to see Trevor. Number 4 coming towards us then with the sidecars. James Rogers and Damien James taking the place on the Brady 7 the Bradleys. A little way down, Arthur Goodwin and Stuart Morris. John Hiscock and Matt Stephen out in the middle there, number 26, Reg Blackmore and Colin Blackmore. Take all the exits different this year, almost down more streamlined. Arthur Limited giving you away. Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons coming towards us. In behind them, Ivan Matthews with Steve Ketchum doing the chair this time. Simon Cross going down the outside, pretending he's a sidecar. Nice to see Simon on the ground. One for one with Glenson. Some below, the Royal Run Track and the European Grasstrack second. Kelvin Tatum. Richard Thomas just goes by. 25 and Roy Wilson and Colin Hill. Alan and John Lewis. Harry Phillips goes by, looking cheerful. Chris Spires in the chair. Oh, the Winterburns go by, Rod and Chris. Brett Osborne goes by. Performance. Only one of them this time, of course. Very Mandy in the chair. Dave Steer, there's an anthem in form. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Mick Cave goes by. Coming towards us, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. Back a little way to John Halsey and Jason Glennie. It's Rob Wilson and Tony Miles bringing up the tail end of this galaxy of Grasstrack talent. And the sun is shining on there. Gary Jackson and Mick Stace didn't have the best of luck last year. They'll be hoping for an injury-free year this year. Best of luck, Gary. Carter Giddings also protecting the sidecar. Duncan Tolhurst with Paul Baisby in the chair. As that concludes. Attendance in that second spot as well around the first bend. Team's time. Stefan van der Helm in second place. Dean Garton in third, and in fourth place Jim Groen on that hand-seat prepared engine absolutely superbly. Stefan van der Helm still in second place, Dean Garton in third, Jim Groen in fourth. One more lap to go for all the field. Kelvin Tatum starts it now. Stefan van der Helm still in second place, Dean Garton in third. Scott Wilson, sixth place, Andy Park, and in seventh place. Kelvin Tatum. And nice to see Stefan van der Helm get second place, Dean Garton gets third. Jim Groen gets fourth. In fifth place, Scott Wilson, and in sixth place, Andy Parker. In first place, number 1, Kelvin Tatum. In second place, number 6, Stefan van der Helm. In third place, number 16, Dean Garton. In fourth place, number 11, Jim Groen. In fifth place, number 74, Scott Wilson. In sixth place, number 230, Andy Parker. In seventh place, number 117, Tony Dart. In eighth place, number 37, Roger Lobb. And in ninth place, number 36, Michael Topless. So the numbers from the top read 1, 6, 16, 11, 74, 230, 117, 37 and 36. And the winner's time was 1 minute, 37.12 seconds. 1 minute, 37.12 seconds. Inside, but it's Glen Cunningham making the best of the stars, and Joe Screen is just a length or two back on him. So Glen Cunningham then. Glen is out there as Glen Cunningham is still in front, still Joe Screen in second place, Trevor Hanks in third, and in fourth place Anthony Boone. Joe Screen. right there. Okay, we believe. Joe Screen then out in front. Glen Cunningham in second place. Trevor Banks up to third. Anthony Bugard in fourth. And in fifth place we go on. Speedway, of course, staying a few metres now ahead of Glen Cunningham, but the Swindon Speedway man can't close that gap. Still for Banks. Sliding action, victory Joe Screen. Second place for Glen Cunningham. Third place for Trevor Banks. And just behind him, Jason Hadley. In first place, number 17, Joe Screen. In second place, number 98, Glen Cunningham. In third place, number 12, Trevor Banks. In fourth place, number 95, Jason Handley. In fifth place, number 2, Anthony Bugard. In sixth place, number 177, Gary Lobb. In seventh place, number 77, John Underwood. And in eighth place, number 49, Paul Fudge. And the winner's time was 1 minute 36.52. 1 minute 36.52. In the middle, and Simon Cross looks as though he's going to get to that bend in front. Gary Reynolds was close to it. Already leading the field by quite a handsome margin as they come round towards us. It is indeed Gary Reynolds. In second place, Colin Earl. In third and in fourth place, Justin Elkins. So quite a struggle going on. Towards us once again, and this track riding well, I think. Nice to see him feet up, sliding action. Still on break, Gary Reynolds in there, and it's Colin Earl now making his way through. Holding back second spot. One more lap to go as Simon Cross crosses the line now. Gary Reynolds still in second, Colin Earl in third, Vince Kinchin comes in the fourth, and in fifth place, number 90. Number 90. Simon Cross. Gary Reynolds gets that second spot. Colin Earl gets third. In fourth place it's Vince Kinchin. In fifth place, number 97, Justin Elkins. In first place, number 14, Simon Cross. In second place, number 8, Gary Reynolds. In third place, number 172, Colin Earl. In fourth place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. In fifth place, number 97, Justin Elkins. In sixth place, number 3, Chris Tritton. In seventh place, number 83, Phil Ashcroft. And in eighth place, number 53, Steve Holding. And the winner's time was 1 minute 36.91. 1 minute 36.91. Steve Bishop, Andy Rimmer, Jason Newitt, Richard Empson, and Simon Gittings. Well, Steve Bishop has been fourth the last 2 years in this event, so interesting to see if he can either match it or do better today. Steve, one of the very consistent performers. then goes to the 4. Clayton, who's still recovering from having the plate removed from his leg only 2 weeks ago. Clayton as ever goes wide, but hangs onto the lead. In third place as they passed us, number 15, Neil Scopes, and just behind him it was Steve Bishop. So it's second place, it's Peter Lloyd out in front, it's Clayton Williams in second, Steve Bishop through to third, Neil Scopes in fourth, Simon Giddings in fifth, and Richard Emerson tucked in behind him. So then, round towards us for one more lap. It's Peter Lloyd out in front, leading this one. Clayton Williams in second place, Steve Bishop in third, Neil Scopes in fourth, Richard Emerson in fifth, and Simon Giddings behind him, and then Richard Ross. Clayton Williams in third as they head for the checkered flag. Victory then for number 4, Peter Lloyd. Steve Bishop in second, Clayton Williams in third, and in fourth place it looked like Neil Scopes. First victory of the afternoon for number 4, Peter Lloyd. In second place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In third place, number 7, Clayton Williams. In fourth place, number 15, Neil Scopes. In fifth place, number 141, Richard Emerson. In sixth place, number 179, Simon Giddings. In seventh place, number 9, Mitchell Godden. In eighth place, number 68, Andy Rimmer. And in ninth place, number 112, Jason Newitt. And the winner's time was 1 minute 38.09. 1 minute 38.09. Second spot then as they go past us. Number 12, Tim Bennett there in third. Well, a tremendous start by Roger Measer and Shane Lapham, but my word, Gary Jackson closed up in the second half of that starting straight. Still in that third spot is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. And in front, Roger Measer it is, Shane Lapham in the chair. Gary Jackson that second spot with Big Stace. And it's still in that fourth place, Steve Smith and Dave French trying to find their way past Tim Bennett, but not getting there yet. So then, Steve Smith, what a tactician this man is. Watch him drive, he goes after Tim Bennett, closes right up. Wait things up and then makes it going. One more lap to go, it's Roger Measer, and in front, Gary Jackson driving in that second spot. Who's going to get past us in third? Is Tim Bennett still in third, Steve Smith in fourth, and in fifth place is Pete Goodwin. So let's see if Steve Smith can do anything at all about Tim Bennett just ahead of him. Steve Smith goes round the outside, looks for the advantage. Can he break away? It doesn't look like he can as they go down that back straight. And it's Tim Bennett who moves into that second spot. Victory then, first of the afternoon for Roger Measer and Shane Lapham. Gary Jackson and Big Stace in second place. Who's going to get third? Right on the line. Smithy on the inside, Tim Bennett on the outside. I'm waiting for the official verdict on that one. In first place, number 51, Roger Measer and Shane Lapham. Second place, number 23, Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. In third place, number 2, Steve Smith and Dave French, just by a whisker ahead of number 12, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. In fifth place, number 111, 111, Pete Goodwin and Carl Pugh. And in 6th place, number 79, Arthur Tibbon and Phil Morris. And the winner's time was 1 minute 31.82. 1 minute 31.82. James, Kelvin and crew come in as first reserves and go race 6. Second spot, and Rob Winterburn slots into that second spot. The challenge coming from John Halsey, and is he going to get up in contention? But out in front it is Alan and John Blewett. Darlington, the father and son, back together this season after a season there. And they haven't been competing together. It's good to see Alan and John through this one. Alan's won this again on 2 occasions. 2 to second there, John Halsey. Alan and John Blewett in second spot, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. But there's a challenge going on as they come way ahead there. And in front, it's still, as they go into the last round, Alan and John Blewett. John Halsey in second. Winterburn staying just ahead of Rob Wilson. So, Rob Winterburn and Chris Winterburn doing their best now to hold off number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. Leaders a long way out in front now as they come towards us, surely to victory are out in number 3, Alan and John Blewett. Second place, number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. And in third place, Rob and Chris Winterburn. In first place, outfit number 3, Alan and John Blewett. In second place, number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In third place, number 148, Rod and Chris Winterburn. In fourth place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In fifth place, number 52, Terry Phillips and Chris Spires. In sixth place, number 4, James Rogers and Damien James. And the winner's time was 1 minute 33.70. 1 minute 33.70. The numbers read 3, 13, 148, 24, 52 and 4. So the drivers then in race Mick Cave, Ivan Matthews, Robbie Wilson, Richard Thomas, Phil Pitman and Len Foreman. I've got so used to saying Len and Ray Foreman, it's strange not to see Ray in the chair, but today number 149 is Len Foreman and Terry Madeley. Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons, it is who best performed the start. Looks like Glen Cunningham up in that second spot, which it is. And in third spot, Mick Cave. and Robbie Wilson on the outside, and it's Robbie Wilson trying to find his way through. Well, we're looking for Ivan Matthews now in that third slot to close up on the lead. He's got that sort of stretch this year, but meanwhile, it's Phil Pitman out in front, Glen Cunningham in second place, Ivan Matthews in third. In fourth place now, it's Mick Cave. Richard Thomas is just tucked in behind him. So then, Ivan Matthews. Let's see how Ivan gets on. Steve Ketchum in the chair. Steve, a well-regarded sidecar passenger. He's ridden a lot with now a driver in the right behind the neutral. So, right in front, it's still Phil Pitman, but look at Glen Foreman. Ivan Matthews is in third. Robert Kelvin in fourth, and Glen Going to see a change on this lap. Now Glen Foreman closed right up on Phil Pitman, but he couldn't seem to get alongside. And with one more bend to go, surely he's not going to do it. And in front, outfit number 90, Pitman and Miles Simmons. And Phil Pitman is in win. Glen Foreman in that second spot. Ivan Matthews in third. And in fourth place, number 60, Richard Thomas. In first place, number 90, Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons. In second place, number 149, Glen Foreman and Terry Madeley. In third place, number 15, Ivan Matthews and Steve Kensington. In fourth place, number 60, and number 60 is Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In fifth place, number 5, Mick Cave and Tony Baisby. And in sixth place, number 25, Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. And the winner's time was 1 minute 34.4. 1 minute 34.4. Those numbers again, then 90, 149, 15, 60, 5 and 25. Time again, 1 minute 34.4. Second place, Gary and Steve Wright in third, but they're under a lot of pressure, Gary and Steve Wright, and they're going to have to go a long way around there because the pressure is right on them. John Hiscock in fifth place, Steve and Gary Wright then moving through to second place, and look at this challenge, the Blackburns getting enveloped by the second and third group, so it's still Mark Edwards out in front. Now through in that second spot. And just hanging on in there, 101 Gary Wright just ahead of Dave Steer, who's coming up into contention, and Dave Steer's had a good few meetings this year. And rather, what I really mean to say, hasn't had a lot of meetings, just had a very successful few meetings already this year. So then, out in front, Mark Edwards and Nick Waters with the advantage to come round in second place. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard in third. Let's see if Dave Steer can do anything on that second spot. The Blackburns in fourth place. So then, Steve and Gary Wright still hanging grimly onto that second place. But Dave Steer's closing all the time. Dave Steer finds the inside line, finds the drive, finds the inside line. Mark Edwards who's going for the finish line, and he's going to get that second spot. So Mark Edwards and the Waters win. Dave Steer gets second, third to Gary Wright, fourth to Reg Blackburn, and fifth to John Hiscock. In first place, outfit number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. In second place, number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In third place, number 101, Gary and Steve Wright. In fourth place, number 26, Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. In fifth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Matt Sleep. And in sixth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baisby. And the winner's time, 1 minute 32.69. 1 minute 32.69. The numbers are 8, 17, 101, 26, 184 and 74. Like Kelvin Tatum gating well, and as before he goes with Glen Cunningham, and it's Glen Cunningham who's going to slot into the second spot as they go around that top bend. So Kelvin Tatum once again out in front here this afternoon. Glen Cunningham still in second, Colin Earl in third, Steve Bishop in fourth, Simon Giddings just ahead of Vince Kinchin behind him, and then number 68. Tracks on the Grasstrack. Vince Kinchin in trouble, pulls wide and lets the ball go by. It's Kelvin Tatum then out in front, still Glen Cunningham in that second place. Steve Bishop pulls through to third. Oh, Vince Kinchin seems to get going again. Now ahead on Simon Giddings. Here for Kelvin. Glen Cunningham in an equally safe second spot, Steve Bishop in a good third, Vince Kinchin in fourth, Simon in place. Second victory for Kelvin Tatum. Second place and a second of the afternoon for Glen Cunningham. Steve Bishop gets third. Fourth to Vince Kinchin, fifth to Simon Giddings, and sixth to number 11, Jim Graham. In first place, number 1, Kelvin Tatum. In second place, number 98, Glen Cunningham. In third place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In fourth place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. In fifth place, number 179, Simon Giddings. In sixth place, number 11, Jim Green. In seventh place, number 68, Andy Rimmer. In eighth place, number 36, Michael Topless. And the winner's time was 1 minute 35.36. 1 minute 35.6, a very fast time. Underway, a fairly even break here. Steve Doyle making a good start, but it's number 14, it's Simon Cross who uses his way through. Gary Reynolds, I think that's Gary Reynolds making his way through into third now. But out in front then, coming towards us, it's Coventry Speedway man. Let's get used to saying that. Simon Cross, Steve Doyle in second. Then Gary Reynolds as they go past us. So then, Simon Cross out in front. Wolves just outside of YouTube these days. Gary Reynolds in second place. Neil Scopes in third, Steve Doyle in fourth. And in fifth place. One or two others, but he's back on our tips now. Not including this one from Gary Reynolds. Neil Scopes in third. victory. Southern Cross it is who wins. Gary Reynolds in second place, Neil Scopes in third, in fourth place John Underwood, in fifth place Anthony Bugard, and in sixth place number 49 Paul Fudge. Number 14 Simon Cross, in second place number 8 Gary Reynolds, in third place number 15 Neil Scopes, in fourth place number 77 John Underwood, in fifth place number 2 Anthony Bugard, in sixth place number 49 Paul Fudge, and in seventh place number 112 Jason Newitt. And the winner's time was 1 minute 38.51. 1 minute 38.51. Making a good start. That Roger Taylor modified Jawa going well, but it's Joe Screen who's right there on his elbow going to go into that first band. And Clayton Williams in that second spot. Good to see Clayton in action. Had that injury problem last year, and as we said, had some surgery this year, but he's going well. Richard Emerson is in third, and in fourth place is Jason Handley. When he can, and we always enjoy watching him on the grass. Joe Screen there on his way. Jason Handley in second place, Clayton Williams. Joe Screen on his way. Now an enormous lead over second place man, and that second place man is Jason Handley. Now in third spot as they come towards us is Justin Elkins. Heads towards the finish line. Victory for Joe Screen, second victory of the afternoon. Jason Handley is in second place. Justin Elkins in third, Bill Ashcroft in fourth. In fifth place, it's Andy Parker, just ahead of Steve Holding. In first place, number 17, Joe Screen. In second place, number 95, Jason Handley. In third place, number 97, Justin Elkins. In fourth place, number 83, Phil Ashcroft. In fifth place, number 230, Andy Parker. In sixth place, number 53, Steve Holding. And in seventh place, number 3, Chris Tripp. And the winner's time was 1 minute 38.3. 1 minute 38.3. In this one. Well, it's Trevor Reed making a good start. He had to retire from his previous outing. Trevor Banks looks to be the man in the right spot, and it's Trevor Banks then. Gary Lord still in second place, Peter Lloyd in third, Mitchell Godden in fourth, Stefan van der Helm in fifth place. Back in 1993, Trevor Banks still out in front. Still Gary Lobb in second. Peter Lloyd looks in trouble. He looks as though he's going to pull over to one side. Looks like what he's got. Meanwhile, it is Trevor Banks who still leads. Trevor Banks looks just outside of Folkestone. Heading for the checkered flag. Victory then for number 12, Trevor Banks. Second place for Gary Lobb. Third place for Mitchell Gordon, who pulled through very well indeed there. Race 12 as follows. In first place, number 12, Trevor Banks. In second place, number 177, Gary Lobb. In third place, number 9, Mitchell Gordon. In fourth place, number 6, Stefan van der Helm. In fifth place, number 117, Tony Dart. And in sixth place, number 74, Scott Wilson. Seventh place man was number 19, Trevor Eden. And the winner's time, 1 minute 40.94. 1 minute 40.94. Started and the drivers in race 13 on Smith, John Holsey, Robin Wilson, Fred Osborne, James Rogers, and Smith didn't really get away there. So it's outfit number 13. It's John Halsey and Jason Glennie who have advanced to take the race for the first time. So Halsey, Jason Glennie, second place in their first outing. Glen Cunningham in second place. So everything to play for here. Four outfits already pulled away a little bit from the opposition, but John Halsey seems to have it under control at the moment as we look across to the far side. And Steve Smith back in third place. John Halsey, Jason Glennie in the chair. Bob Winterburn and Chris Winterburn in that second spot. And certainly looking good at the moment, but look at the struggle going on behind them with Robbie Wilson trying to break away. Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill trying to get closer to that second spot. And Steve Smith still one more lap to go there. John Halsey in that second place. Robbie Wilson third, Steve Smith fourth. Well, a long way back to the fifth place man, outfit number 4, which is James Rogers driving. So then we look across to the far side. And it's outfit number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie, who seem to have this one under control, and Steve Smith does not seem to be able to get out from that fourth spot. So then, they come to Rogers, victory then for outfit number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Second place, 148, the Winterburns. Third place to Robbie Wilson, then in the chair, Colin Hill. Was in first place, outfit number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In second place, number 148, Rod and Chris Winterburn. In third place, number 25, Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. In fourth place, number 2, Steve Smith doing the driving, and in the chair we've got Dave French. In fourth, let's try again. In fifth place, number 4. Number 4, of course, is James Rogers and Damien James. And in sixth place, I'm getting well chewed up on this one, aren't I? Sixth place, number 73. And number 73 is Brett Osborne and Maurice Cooper. I think we'll run through those again. 13, 148, 25, 2, 4, and 73. And the time of 1 minute 33.7. 1 minute 33.7. another good start. Roger Beezer closes up. Phil Pitman, I think, in third place, is looking across to the far side. So then, John Lewis seems to be just a little bit ahead of Roger Beezer and Shane Lapham in that second spot. Third place to Phil Pitman. John Hiscock in fourth place. Let's see what's going to happen here. Phil Pitman in that third spot. Roger Beezer in trouble. Shane Lapham's hand goes up. The Beezer outfit in trouble. And in front now, away from the opposition, it's Alan and John Blewett who power on. Phil Pitman in second place, John Hiscock in third, Ivan Matthews in fourth, and in fifth place, number 26, Reg Blackburn. Well, problems here for Roger Beezer. Here Shane Lapham looking down at the engine. It sounds as though it's running, but obviously it's not running to their satisfaction. So there, we've crossed to the far side. Alan and John Blewett then with quite a good lead now over the second place battle. And Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons in second place. John Hiscock and Matt Sleep in third. And well, it's all happening out there. There seems to be a lot of outfits dropping out. Ivan Matthews still in that fourth spot with Steve Kensington in the chair. The checkered flag goes out this time. Alan and John Blewett score a second victory of the afternoon. Phil Pitman in second place. John Hiscock in third. Ivan Matthews in fourth. In first place, number 3, Alan and John Blewett. In second place, number 90, Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons. In third place, number 184, John Hiscock and Matt Sleep. In fourth place, number 15, Ivan Matthews and Steve Kensington. And in fifth place, the only other finisher, number 25, Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. And the winner's time was 1 minute 33.77. 1 minute 33.77. Rob Wilson on the outside, Len Foreman in third place, trying to get good points this time out after that second place earlier. So we look across to the far side then in this. Rob Wilson then with the advantage. So number 24, Rob Wilson, Tony Miles. Challenging that second spot with Tony Bailey in the chair. And in fourth place of the went past us is outfit number 60, Richard Thomas with Kevin Woodley. Now then, let's see if we look across to the far side. The leader, Rob Wilson, is pretty much pulling away from the opposition. So Rob Wilson and Tony Miles enjoying this outing. Well in this one. Still Mick Cave in second, still Len Foreman in third, and still in fourth, Richard Thomas. Those positions have remained pretty much the same, but look across to the far side, Mick Cave could be challenged as they go down the back straight. Every time turns the power away from the opposition, so out in front there. Victory here to outfit number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In second place, Mick Cave and Tony Baisby. In third place, 149, Len Foreman and Terry Maylers. In first place, outfit number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In second place, number 5, Mick Cave and Tony Baisby. In third place, number 149, Len Foreman and Terry Mayley. In fourth place, number 16. Let's get that right. Number 60 in fourth place. In fourth place then, outfit number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In fifth place, number 12, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. And in sixth place, number 79, Arthur Dibben and Phil Morris. And the time was 1 minute 34.51. As they come into that first bend. So is Gary Jackson. Second spot, and Jackson going very, very wide indeed. Still hanging on to the lead. In third place, Gary Wright and Steve Wright will have a good afternoon here. But we're looking for Dave Steer to go through at the moment in that first spot. A lot of work to do there. So then. Jackson coming back very hard indeed here, but now as Mark Edwards in second spot. Gary Wright in that third place, and we're still looking for Dave Steer to make his way through, but certainly seems to be the Mark Edwards and Nick Walters in third place, 101, Gary Wright and Steve Wright. Well, Dave Steer, not a lot to do, but see the other close out things. Minor problem across in the centre, we can see that Nick Woodward got beautiful today. Rick Red is going to go to number 23, Gary Jackson. Mark Edwards in that second spot. Gary Wright in third, Dave Steer in fourth, and in fifth, Terry Phillips. In first place, outfit number 23, Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. In second place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. In third place, number 101, Gary and Steve Wright. In fourth place, number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. And in fifth place, number 52, Terry Phillips and Chris Spires. And the winner's time was 1 minute 31.92. 1 minute 31.92. The front of the race, Jim Groen it was in second place. So look at the lead already that Kelvin Tatum's established as he comes past us. Trevor Eden in second place, Vincent Kinchin right there with him. Neil Strokes. Then when Kelvin's in this form, there's a lot of people he can leave behind. So, Vince Kitchen in a fine second spot. Neil Stokes in third. In fifth place is Jim Groen. Sorry, Jim Groen there. Vince Kitchen. Third, and we'll run in fourth. Jim Green in fifth. And tucked in behind him, having start. spot. Is he going to be able to hang on to it? Looks like he can. Going behind, but it's Vince Kinchin then. Heading towards us. Second place for Vince Kinchin. Third place for number 15, Neil Scopes. Then Jim Green. Then Anthony Bugard. And behind him, number 18, Tony Stark. In first place, number 1, Kelvin Tatum. In second place, number 844, Vincent Kinchin. In third place, number 15, Neil Scopes. In fourth place, number 11, Jim Green. In fifth place, number 2, Anthony Bugard. In sixth place, number 18, Tony Stark. In seventh place, number 77, John Underwood. In eighth place, number 112, Jason Newitt. And the time was 1 minute 35.5.